Here's your WNEM TV5 news update.
Good evening, everyone. I'm David Custer. Here's a look at the stories we are following tonight. Intentional killings of police officers reached a 20-year high in 2021. According to FBI data, 73 officers died in targeted killings of officers in the line of duty. That marks the highest total recorded by the agency since 1995. The FBI reported 55 officers were killed by gunfire in 2021 through the end of November. That's up from 39 in the same time frame in both 2020 and 2019. Separately, 56 officers were killed accidentally while in the line of duty last year, up from 46 in 2020. The leading cause of death among U.S. police officers in 2021 was COVID-19. A new report from the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund found more than 300 federal, state, and local police officers died from COVID last year. Despite the numbers, police officers and law enforcement unions across the country have pushed back against vaccine mandates and have threatened resignations and lawsuits. The Biden mandate blocked. The U.S. Supreme Court has ruled against the Biden administration's vaccine or test mandate for companies with 100 or more employees. It would have required the unvaccinated to get tested weekly and require a mask on the job. But the Supreme Court says they will allow the vaccine mandate to proceed for most U.S. healthcare workers. More than 80 million people would have been affected by the mandate. The resignation of a Shiawassee County Commissioner just became official tonight after a unanimous vote approving it. Jeremy Root sent an email to commissioners this week saying, quote, false attacks caused him to step down. The move comes after he was accused of sending sexually inappropriate texts to a woman about a year ago while offering her a job. This isn't the first time Root has made headlines. Last summer, he was accused of trying to give himself and other members of the county commission thousands of dollars in bonuses from pandemic-related funds, including $25,000 for himself. Commissioners later voted to rescind those bonuses. Anyone interested in filling Root's seat has until January 28th to apply. And now here's Brian with your forecast.
Thanks very much, David. An increasingly cold forecast again as we move into the second half of the week. After getting that nice midweek break here where we saw temperatures get back into the 30s, Arctic air is set to pour right back on in now as we set our sights on Friday and Saturday. All stems on this cold frontal boundary here that we see on the sky tracker tonight. It's draped across the UP right now, but will sink southeast of the area as we move into the overnight period. As it comes on through, you see this developing band of snow shower activity on the north side of Saginaw Bay and in toward M55. That also will track southeast over the first part of our Thursday evening, leading to certainly some slick roads here and there, but likely not much in the way of any new accumulation. It's the lake effect snows that are going to kick in behind this frontal passage tomorrow on the east side of the state that may lead to some light accumulations here and there. Hour by hour forecast showing us the 8 o'clock hour in toward midnight, just watching that frontal boundary work its way farther off toward the south and east. Possibility there already for a couple of light snow showers here and there as that boundary comes on through. But then watch what happens as we start to head into tomorrow morning. 8 o'clock, we start to see more of an increasing wind for one and a pivot in those winds off toward the northeast. That'll instigate some lake effect snow showers anywhere from the north end of Saginaw Bay, certainly through areas around the Tri-Cities, possibly even as far inland as the I-69 corridor. And that's really not going to change to any major extent throughout our Friday. You're not going to see much on this particular run on the computer model here, but with the winds coming straight in off of Lake Huron at about 10 to 20 miles per hour tomorrow, we're likely to see some scattered lake effect snow showers in all of these areas on either side of Saginaw Bay and actually a bit inland of even I-75 through tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening and even into the first part of our Saturday before things finally then start to quiet down as we head into the weekend. As far as snowfall amounts from these lake effect snow showers, just through the 1 a.m. hour Friday night into Saturday morning, not dramatic amounts, but upwards of an inch possible, half an inch to an inch around the Tri-Cities, Flint area, I-69, with upwards of an inch and a half or more right around, say, the Lake Huron shoreline, especially on the south shore of Saginaw Bay, where you're just going to be more prone to seeing those heavier bands coming on in. Can't rule out a dusting for basically everybody, but, again, overwhelmingly this time around, the heavier amounts will be closer to Lake Huron. More concerningly for Friday is going to be the returning Arctic cold. Already by midnight tonight, we're going to be talking about wind chills mostly in the 20s, but single-digit wind chills returning in our northern communities, and it just gets bitterly cold from there. By the time you head out in the morning on Friday, make sure you are throwing on the extra layers once again. It's going to feel like single digits below zero, even teens below zero from the Tri-Cities on northward first thing Friday morning. Single digits in positive territory at best in parts of the thumb barely getting better, trending back closer to, say, low negative single digits on midday or so on Friday to positive territory, but bitterly cold no matter how you slice it. And then by dinner time Friday night, winds are still cranking, temperatures are dropping, so the wind chills will be back into negative territory across the board. Very cold conditions coming in to round out the work week. For tonight, 17 the overnight air temp, but with the winds kicking up, it's going to feel closer to 0, if not below, by the time we wake up. Mostly cloudy with snow showers developing to the east. And those will continue throughout the day tomorrow with a high only around 20 degrees and then temps falling for the rest of the day. Back to a high of 18. That's it to kick off the weekend on Saturday with morning snow showers. Lows around 0 on Saturday night, but silver lining, we get some sunshine for Sunday. Temps back to the 20s, and then we'll mostly hold in those upper 20s with more chances for snow from Martin Luther King Day through Wednesday before the next shot of Arctic air comes in by this time next week.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.